one, the best idea and best solution would be is identify what can be repaired, right? Because essentially, these are going to become your work orders if you don't repair them, right? That's the idea. So we're looking at maybe paint, some flooring, cabinet repairs, right?
Roof.
Roof repairs could fall into that category. Now that's repairs, not replacement.
Oh, okay.
Gutters kind of thing, right? Mailboxes, house numbers, right? Standard stuff that makes the house look good.
Yeah.
Maybe shutters, and I'll put awnings. I mean, like painting those again, right?
Mm-hmm.
You might have a deck or a porch that can just use a power wash in the house. Power wash, don't sleep on that, man. That could really bring out the house.
Yeah.
Power wash, right? So you start looking at these little categories. And then level 2 starts getting into more replacement. Like we might replace some cabinets and vanities. We might add tile floors now, right, in the bathrooms. We might actually swap out light fixtures in the house, right?
Doors.
Still not major stuff, but you're doing better upgrades, right? Doors and trim.
Doors, hardware.
So what I actually call it is trim package.
Trim package.
You start getting into stuff like that with doors, trim, base, and shoe casing, right? And what I always say is certified mechanicals, right? So get your furnace certified, get your AC certified, right? Certified mechanicals.
Is that getting an inspection, get somebody to sign off on it? Or?
So you just get a licensed HVAC guy and say, hey man, you need to certify this furnace. Tell me if it's still good. Because what's going to happen is the general contractor's going to say, hey, you got to get rid of this. It's $6,500 for a whole new system. And you're like, well, it doesn't look that old. So why don't I get it certified and find out if it needs repairs? So if it's $6,500 or $5,500 versus $700, I'll take the $700 all day long.
Might buy you 5 more years.
Yes.
Yeah.
So certifications cost about $250 each, $250.
Okay.
It's worth it. You might have an igniter issue. You might have a coil issue. Again, it's a couple $100 issue. Yeah.
Right.
Versus saying I got to replace that for 5 G's. That's a budget buster.
Kills your cash flow for 2 years.
Exactly. But if you know your leverage on that, that'll help you understand, like, well, I don't need to replace everything. Let's at least get it certified first. And if they say in the report needs to go, then we take care of that. At least I know officially from the licensed guy that it needs to go. Because the licensed guy's not gonna lie to you. He's gonna be like, we could actually repair this. It's easier for them to make a service call than to sit there and go, let me install this whole fucking machine, right? So you start talking about mechanical issues. You might swap out a water heater within a level 2, because that's really a $600 heater, and then the install will take you to maybe $900. So it's not a bad deal. It's not a bad breaker.
Yeah.
So remember, this is 1,000 through 10,000, 10,000 through 20,000, and then level 3 is 20,000 through 30,000. Make sense?
Yeah.
So these are your levels, and other things can fall into here too. You might be able to swap out a couple windows, some windows. I'll put some windows. It could be siding, more siding. It could be garage issues, right? Because you're increasing now. Because if you're at level 2, you're definitely doing all the things at level 1 already. So it's compounding. That makes sense?
Yeah.
So this is like the original scope of work plus this now. And then level 3 is you're actually going to replace the mechanicals, maybe replace the roof, replace all the windows.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yeah.
You have to redo a deck.
Yeah.
So those are how you look at those. So it's the bigger items. So I'll say mechanicals, because that's what it is. It could be decks, roofs, windows, right?
What about electric and plumbing?
Electrical, plumbing, all part of the mechanicals.
Okay.
Right? Service panels can be upgraded in that category. And the reality is, this actually might take you to 45, right? But if you negotiate with our model, right, you can make this happen and possibly still come in at 30 or under because you're controlling the cost.
Labor.
So when you look at, oh, it's 45K, it's like, well, it might not be when I'm done with it. Because if I take 10% of that, 45,000 times 10%, which is my contingency, right?
Yep.
I'm removing $4,500 from this deal.
Yeah. 40,500.
So I'm really at a 40,000 deal, right? I cut that in half, I'm at 20. I'm gonna try to negotiate at 18K. If I can get the labor done at 18K, right? Yeah. If I get the labor done at 18K.
So you got 38K all in?
And now, if I really, really want to, I can negotiate the mechanicals myself, which actually would decrease that.
Yeah.
You might be able to get them to do all the carpentry labor at 15K. You're paying our vendors, like an MFS Supply, you pay $500 for your own furnace. You pay $600 for your own water heater. right? And you call your HVAC guy and have him install it for a couple $100. You call your guys and have them install the AC for
Instead of paying a
$300.
markup to the GC.
So add all those costs. So material costs $500 here, $600 there. Service panel is like $1350. Right? You're paying HVAC yourself. You're paying the plumber yourself. You're paying the electrician yourself. So you may end up spending about $2,000 in total for the actual equipment and the labor to pay these guys. You're still way under budget.
Yeah.
So don't sleep on the fact that it looks like I got to put in $45,000. The truth is how do you sell it? How do you sell it to your contractor, right? It's going to get done one way or another. But that's if you decide you want to do a $30,000 level 3 rehab. If you don't, the goal is always, you got to do what you got to do at this level 3, right? The goal is to maintain it on a quarterly basis so that it always remains a level 1. So annually, when you have a renter leave to a new renter, you're going in and maybe giving it a paint job, making some repairs, and that's it. Your maintenance between renters is like $1,500. That's the idea. What I see all too often is all my clients have rentals that are all level 3s because they're not rehabbing them right. And they're not taking care of things that need to be taken care of, but more importantly, they're not installing the right materials that'll last longer. They're putting cheap shit in, and renters are tearing that shit up. Like the one thing I won't do as a renter, like for renters, don't put fucking carpet in the house. They're gonna piss shit, step on that, they're gonna, they're gonna destroy that.
Yeah.
But there's a little things you can use that'll help you guys in your turnkey operation in Nashville and you guys in Carolina. I'm telling you, if you look at it this way, it'll change the way you react. Simple as that.